This is the bunkhouse situation. We are microwaving Jimmy Dean biscuits for breakfast. Trevor has a cinnamon roll and coffee. I've got a naked and a muffin, and then this is the bunks. I slept down here and Trevor slept right there. Not much, but it's a roof over the head and a place to stay. It wasn't bad. And yeah, we're kind of slow moving this morning, but we are gonna get back to trail eventually. Hopefully hitching goes well. Was it done? Mm-hmm. Awesome. I did 1 minute and 30 seconds. We are back on trail, and it was perfect divine timing. We got a hitch and got to trail, and we're at the trailhead getting ready to start hiking, and there's a small little group of nobos, and I see my friend come down the trail. We had been hoping that we would cross paths. Her name is Alyssa, or as she's known on trail, Bumblebee. We met a couple of years ago now, backpacking in West Virginia, kind of like West Virginia border. And we both were beginner backpackers. I think she said it was her first backpacking trip ever. And we were both out there solo. We ran into each other and ended up camping at the same spot and going up to a pretty view the next morning together. And it was really fun to meet another solo female backpacker, and we shared about our dreams to one day hike the AT, and such a full circle moment to connect with her on trail as we're both hiking the AT. So she's a Nobo. She is going to be crossing into Maine soon and finishing up her hike. So big congrats to her. And yeah, I'm just so glad that it lined up perfectly that we crossed paths and got to see each other.
Look at this big caterpillar. It's like the Bug's Life one. He was moving a little bit, but I think he's scared now.
Chunky. We just hit 300 miles, and since there aren't mile markers for SOBOs, we decided to make one. Whoop whoop.
So Mount Washington is over in that area in the clouds, and then this is looking at the Wildcat Range that we'll be doing over the next couple days. It's a pretty cool water source for the Imp campsite. So you look up that way, it just flows right along the edge of that rock, which is pretty cool. So we made it to home for the night at Imp campsite. We are set up on another platform, which I absolutely hate, but I got pretty creative with this one and set up There's a stake sideways underneath the lip of the boards holding that one, and then over here the trekking pole is holding the vestibule, and it was trying to bend the pole, so I shoved my foam mat between the pole and a rock, and that's holding that. And then down here I was able to get the stakes in between the boards a little bit, and then I wedged rocks between the two stakes so they don't get pulled out. And then over on Brooks' side, same thing, trekking pole. And it took some time, but that's about as good as it can get for platform tenting. And now I'm gonna head to the water source, get water, and then we're gonna eat some ramen and watch a movie.
Good morning from day 40. It is about 8:30 and we are hiking out of camp. All of the campsites the last, I don't know, few nights have been like 0.2 to 0.3 off trail. So that's kind of fun. Not really. Yeah, it is super windy out here. It was super windy last night. I woke up in the middle of the night and really the whole rest of the night I just could not stop thinking about a tree falling on me. Yeah, it was just like that windy, very windy. Usually it doesn't bother me too bad, but if it's extremely windy, I get a little bit anxious about it. Yeah, we are going into the Carter Mountains, Wildcats. Should be a pretty nice day, weather-wise and hiking and views. So, looking forward to it.
Made it to the top of North Carter Mountain, and that is the direction we're heading. And then we haven't really gotten a view of Mount Washington yet because it's been so foggy, but it is over in that direction, so hopefully we'll get a view of it soon.
Okay.
There's Mount Washington, finally clear of the clouds. And then looking back this way is the way we've come from.
Is that the hut down there?
Looking down at Carter Notch.
Yeah, it looks like it was the opposite direction at the bottom of the mountain. Yeah, we both got it. Thank you. Hey, have fun in North Conway. We were there yesterday.
Made it to the top of Wildcat Mountain. Down there is the Carter Notch hut. And then we are just camped over there in the woods. We'll show you when we get back. We're just enjoying the view.
Some muddy trail up here. But then you turn in here and we're just tucked away. This is where we're staying for the night. My trash compactor bag is wet. The inside of my pack, the bottom of my pack was kind of wet. So hopefully that gets dried out. But we're gonna make dinner and watch another movie. Which color is your favorite? Mine's orange.
That.
Green. Good morning. We are finishing packing up, and then we've got about 5 miles down to Pinkham Notch, and then we're gonna hitch into Gorham again because we have a resupply box there. We're gonna stay at a motel and eat lots of town food, and then head out tomorrow. And yeah, Trevor woke up with a headache, so we're moving a little bit slow this morning, but I think it's because he didn't drink his coffee yesterday. I think maybe he's having a little bit of like a caffeine withdrawal or something. So got to get some coffee in this man, but he took some ibuprofen, so hopefully he'll be feeling better soon. It looks pretty cloudy. It's pretty windy up here right now, and yeah.
We made it down to Pinkham Notch. The downhill was slow and very hard. It was just really steep and slippery. And yeah, just a tough day, even though it was only, I think, a little less than 5 miles, but we made it. Now we're gonna get up here and start hitching into Gorham. And we are super excited. It's only been a couple days since we were there, but we're ready to eat more food. Time to start hitching. So we made it into Gorham. We ended up not getting a hitch. We tried for about 30 minutes and ended up calling a shuttle driver. We had already booked a hotel, so we really wanted to get into town and get that. So we had plenty of time to just relax, and the shuttle driver was really nice, and we shared it with 2 other hikers.
Yeah, so it was like $5 each. We've got a resupply box here as well, so we need to get our food together. I had a rough day. I jammed my finger in a door and I fell down a really steep climb when we were descending down Wildcat Peak D or whatever. And I slid for quite a while. Thankfully no injuries, but it really shook me up. It was really scary. So that was quite unfortunate, but we're gonna go get some food and just make it a better day. I got a chicken Caesar and Trevor got a steak and cheese with tots.
This is our breakfast for this morning.
We've got biscuits and gravy and then lots of sides.
We're super excited about the biscuits and gravy. We've been looking forward to southern breakfast food.
I got a mountain fog and Trevor got an iced coffee. Good morning. We are headed to Dollar General and maybe a laundromat and then back to trail. We're either gonna hitch successfully or contact Bruce, who gave us a shuttle yesterday. Yeah, it was nice to come back to Gorham. We had a nice breakfast and our drinks from the coffee shop were really good and feeling ready to get back on trail. It is a beautiful day out here. Just like that, we're back at Pinkham Notch. We ran into someone in town who so graciously offered us a ride back. So we just quickly did a resupply at Dollar General and skipped laundry and came back. Thank you, Brenda. Hopefully we see her on top of Washington tomorrow because she's gonna climb Washington with her daughter. Yeah, so we're gonna sit and get situated and then start hiking.
Hi.
Well, we made it to camp. We hiked basically half the way up Madison, just below tree line, to a stealth spot. We were hoping to get an even better stealth spot, but a bunch of people are there. So we're kind of right off trail in a not so great spot, but just at the point where it was getting dark and we didn't really have any other options other than going back down to the actual campsite, which was all wooden platforms and had like a bunch of no-bows. We are definitely hitting the bubble through the whites, and that's gonna be very interesting because the camping is already difficult enough. yeah, it is chilly up here. I hope I don't freeze through the whites. I mean, I do have my sand bob. We both have base layers. I mean, we'll be fine, but Trevor is cooking dinner, thank goodness, because I just feel pretty useless right now. I'm just kind of ready to go to sleep. Our packs were super heavy with just resupply, and then coming up to this campsite, we carried water. Like all of our water bottles were full, so it was just kind of a strenuous end to the day, but it'll make tomorrow easier, so that'll be nice. Yeah, maybe we'll show you guys this campsite in the morning unless we forget, and then oh well, you're not really missing out on much. Good night.